Yo guys, what's going on? It's SLAYERMAN, and today we got the first video of a weekly series that I am experimenting with. This series is basically a top 10 list of the coolest or most creative or random gamer tags that I have personally seen. But for the purposes of this being the very first video, I actually played Call of Duty and Water Tanks and all that good stuff and saw these gamer tags myself and went on PSN and messaged these guys to basically ask them for permission to use them on this video. However, that is bound to change. There is going to be another way that gamer tags can make the list, so stick around to the end of the video for a chance to see if you could get a shout out for your awesome gamer tag. Now, as a disclaimer before we get into the list, this list is in no particular order, alright? None whatsoever. I just put them in a random order. They're all awesome, and that's just how it's going to be, alright? Never going to be in a particular order. Also, this is completely opinionated, all 100% my opinion. You don't have to agree with me, and that's fine. But this is my video, and it's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. And that's actually kind of hard to say, considering that in 2016, having an opinion is like being marked for death or something, but we won't get into that. Instead, we'll just get into the list. Alright guys, so coming in at the number 10 slot, we're just going to go ahead and throw in my gamer tag because it's my video! Alright, so we're going to go and throw in mine there. SLAYERMAN, to be honest with you, if I just had like my name, or like my real name or something like that, I would not, this would have not been on the list. But, I mean, it's not, so it is on the list now. So, my gamer tag came from the band Slayer, my favorite band, fucking Slayer. And yeah, so, you know, that has to be on the gamer tag. And the 9794, I was born in 1997, and my longtime girlfriend was born in 1994. So that's what those numbers are on there for. It's been that way for a couple of years, and hopefully it will stay that way. But coming at the number 9 spot, we have SQUIRLYMCGRUNTY. Now, dude, like, that is an awesome gamer tag. Whenever I saw that, I was like, it has to be on this list. It has to be. And I got the permission. And now it's on the list because it's really awesome. It's really creative. I love it. Thumbs up to you, man. Coming at number 8, we got Cheap Seafood. Now I was like, whoa, wait a second, Cheap Seafood? I mean, honestly, if you really think about it, Cheap Seafood probably doesn't sound that good. But to me, this sounds really good because it's a gamer tag and it's pretty creative, pretty interesting. I love it, and thank you for letting me use it, man. Props to you. Awesome gamer tag. Now coming at number 7, we got Super Nips. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought that Super Nips was kind of like a spin-off of like, you know, like Cheese Nips or something like that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask him. And apparently Nips is his nickname. So I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting to know. And the Super, he said, kind of just, you know, came out of nowhere. It was just random. I was like, alright, cool. So that's a nice, interesting spin off of something that's, you know, real life and just throwing onto the game. That's pretty awesome. So Super Nips, awesome gamer tag, really love it, and thank you for letting me use it, man. Coming in at number 6, we got Major Waffles 007. Now, Major Waffles, I mean, I met him when I was playing Water Tanks, and I was like, this has to be on my list. And honestly, I'm like a sucker for waffles. If there's like waffles in like a name, that I would love it. And honestly, that was pretty creative. Major Waffles, awesome gamer tag, man. And again, thank you for letting me use it. Really awesome, thumbs up. Now coming at number 5, we got Monster MVP. Now if you guys watch my videos regularly, you will know that Monster MVP was the guy who was trying to help me when I got stuck in that one battle with when I was in Water Tanks. And I posted a video about it saying these are the kind of players that I like. So, but yeah, his gamer tag is pretty awesome. I like the variation between the creativeness and the uppercase and lowercase letters, and of course, you know, the E, and you know, there was a 3 instead of the E, and of course Monster MVP, pretty awesome gamer tag, love it, thumbs up to you, man. Now coming up at number 4, we got SQUISHYBEENZ. Now I really like this one, and I really think this one's funny and creative because, especially because how beans is spelled, really like that one. And so I asked him, you know, where did that gamer tag come from? You know, how did it form? And basically, you know, he told me it was just kind of like a random thing. It just kind of came out of nowhere. And so I was like, alright, that's pretty cool, man. I really like that gamer tag. Sometimes the best things come out of nothing, right? But yeah, dude, thumbs up, awesome gamer tag, and thank you for letting me use it. Coming at number 3 is Meek Miss. Now, Meek Miss is a friend of mine that I play GTA with, who I met recently. And I was like, where'd your gamer tag come from? You know, he basically told me that his gamer tag came from a variation of Meek Mill and his real name, which his last name is Missman. So he kind of just put it together in a gamer tag, Meek Miss. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. It's real creative. But I like that. And so yeah, thank you for letting me use it, dude. Really appreciate it, and props to you. Now coming in number 2 is Evil Dorito 69. Now I was partied up with this guy, and immediately I was like, what Evil Doritos? Where did this come from? And so recently I asked him, you know, where did that gamer tag come from? And he said it was kind of just, you know, a random thing. It just popped in his head. And I was sitting there thinking, wow, what a weird thing to pop in your head, man. Evil Doritos? But it's still awesome, man. Real creative, real funny. I like it, man. Now coming in at the final slot to finish off this week's episode of the best gamer tags of the week, we got my boy R-Dog Army. Now I just had to throw his in there. Why? Because I know him and it was creative. You know, R-Dog Army is based off of his real name. His first name starts with a little R, and his last name starts with the letter D. You know, that's what R-Dog's there. And it was also kind of just random. And I just kind of like it, you know, like R-Dog Army. Even if you just think of it as like, you know, Dog Army. That's pretty weird, but it's pretty fun at the same time. And also, I put this one in there because a lot of people like to mispronounce it. They'll put like Rog Dog Army or Dog Army R something. Like just some sort of weird variation, or they'll add letters or words that aren't even in his gamer tag. But, you know, it's whatever. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the video. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And before I end the video, I did say in the beginning that there will be another way for you to possibly get a chance to get a shout out in this top 10 list. And now the way to do that is either message me your gamer tag on PSN or follow me on Twitter and tweet me your gamer tags. The link will be in the description below and also will be in the channel art. That is the link to my Twitter, that is. And go ahead and tweet me your gamer tag because I really do not want to restrict this to gamer tags on PSN. I also want to add in Steam and you know, Steam names and Xbox Live tags. Just go ahead and send them to me, and I'll choose another 10. And yeah, dude, you just have a chance to win. But anyways, guys and girls, thank you so much for tuning into the video. Really do appreciate it, and I will catch you in another video. See you guys.